Hey folks, and welcome to the commentary track for Fatty Bar, a video written by idiotzone.com.
And that was a shot of the real us.
Yes, the real us. Although there's not much of a difference with me, but there's a difference with you, I'd say.
A massive difference, yeah.
And there's here, and we actually put this video of the Fonz because like 2 or 3 days before, or at least less than a week, we met the Fonz at the convention.
Yeah, we met him and like a load of other people. We'll probably talk about. I don't know if we already talked about that or not on video, but like yeah,
but
we
it was
met
kind of like
bunch
an
of
homage.
these people.
Remember when we met him? We were like, "It's an honor to meet you." I bowed
He really,
down
in
like
real
a
life.
king.
Yeah, in real life, he really is a cool guy. I'm not kidding. He was so polite, and he was such a nice guy. And we spoke to him. We shook hands with him. He shook my hand like 3 or 4 times at least. And
one thing, if you notice, we did differently with this video was when he's watching the TV, it reflects on his face.
You can actually see he's watching it. Now this footage here,
we didn't have anything to do with this part. Idiot Zone.
They did the whole thing. They did the whole thing themselves,
and then sent me the file. That's why it looks a little different because it was
like it was shot in full screen too. I think like we shot in widescreen.
Yeah, we had to compress it, into the editing software.
Plus, like didn't they do this like back in like July? You said they filmed this in
like
July,
months before, and then we were so busy because we got the job at Spirit. And you were away, and then when you got back, we filmed those 2 horror movies. So we spent like at least a month of our time making those movies.
So we actually filmed like the video that we used this with like 3 months later.
After they did this, and I got worried they thought we weren't going to do it. Then we sort of surprised them with finally we did it.
We told them. I know you told them like, well, we were going to get to it when we could.
We found the best time like in our schedules to do it. And when we were doing this video, weren't you not even feeling too good or something?
I think like something was. What was wrong? Was I like sick or something?
Something like that. So we have that happen a lot. We don't always. Sometimes we do a video and one of us is sort of not feeling well, but we usually cover it up.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Because remember, Fairy Queen, we were pretty much should have been in the hospital.
If you're talking about like sick, yeah, we had like every like illness in the book at that point.
This video though, this was a real like hard stuff to figure out what to film for all this. This was one of the first times too we used this widescreen camera, so we were playing around with the wide stuff. You know what I mean? Trying to.
The thing was, truth was like. It is own, like it was their idea for us to do this, and they're the ones who did that video, and they're the ones said, have Don want a Fatty Bar, but beyond that, they didn't give us much else direction or anything. We had to come up with the rest of this.
Well, they gave us a script, but we changed it a bit to give it the Don and Murph feel.
Well, yeah, they gave us stuff to say, but like they didn't say much of what they were actually going to be doing or where they were going to be standing or anything.
No, so we had to figure all that out.
Like that whole thing with the rat fink, like we came up with ourselves, and
This video was hard. I actually liked the way this video turned out, but it was hard to do it because it took so much work to figure everything out. Because like it's one of the first videos that we didn't really have anything to do with the writing or the idea, so we sort of had to take somebody else's stuff and actually make a Don Murph out of somebody else's. It wasn't that difficult. It was just the hardest stuff was figuring out where to find the money and trying to figure out how to pull that off right.
Exactly. And that was like the main, like that was like the bulk of the movie. Basically, it was you looking for the money.
We would have done a little bit of more stuff, but like we filmed this late in the night. We filmed, like, you were over that one night till, like, midnight or something, and then you had to go home. So we were, like, out late that night doing all this stuff.
Yeah, we just...
And this was, like less than 2 days after we were fired from that job. So we were kind of in a weird mood when we did it, remember?
Oh, yeah. It's like, well, right after we did, you said, well, guess what, MJ? Now we have time to actually, like, get to other stuff.
That's why we did this, because we were so, like, in such a rut over that job that we didn't have much inspiration to do stuff. That's why there's so many videos lately. Because, like, we've been having more time. Which isn't really a bad thing.
Yeah, just so you know, that was a completely different Cheerio in the next shot that he actually ate.
And see, I didn't write this scene, so I did what they wrote. And that's like Mr. Skin's encyclopedia. I never really looked at it, but, like... And there's
here's yet again another a shout out to...
And I can't tell you enough how much to see John McBride's Woodshire Massacre.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think people, like... Actually, this part was my idea. I said, what if... Like, he finds under the sign, like, under the main set of the actual show. Like, it's funny to think that there's money under there the whole time and no one even picks up on it. Or, like, Don and, like, maybe Murph didn't know or maybe Don was saving it. Who knows who was saving it. And then, like... no, probably not.
Yeah. You can't even tell.
Yeah,
well, and then here's this thing.
This thing. You always manage to see that. We never actually talk about it, but you always see that pop up every now and again.
That was even an old video that I did with Ethan years ago.
Yeah, and then there was the Swedish Magician, of course, which I missed.
This thing was a pain in the ass to do because like we had to keep rolling it back and up, and that was a biatch. Every time you mess with toilet paper and stuff, it like sprinkles all this crap in the air too that
Yeah,
gets
it's like
in
this
your
dusty
eye.
stuff. That's why I don't. If there's something I want to clean off, I use a regular towel. I don't use something that like lets off dusty stuff on it.
This scene made me a little sick, like having to roll down on the ground and like pick up a spider like that. And these are the original Popples, not those new ones. Oh yeah, that tent that's in the background is gone now because
Oh, there's like my all-time favorite
we found a
toy.
dead mummified mouse in it.
Oh yeah, and the
It was
tent.
sat on and squashed.
We don't know who did that, but
And then did we ever use that in another video? It's that candy machine.
I think we did in like one or two. Yeah, that a Ghostbusters trap. That was like my all-time. You would not believe how crazy I was to find one of those as a kid. Like there's a lunchbox to Muppet Babies, one of the greatest.
And this music is from E.G. Daly, not Tiffany. A lot of people thought it was Tiffany.
It's like her. They're both really good artists. E.G. Daly, as she was Dottie in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and she did the voice of Tommy Pickles on Rugrats and Buttercup on the Powerpuff Girls.
She's one of the few people that I've yet to meet that I want to meet. You know, because we met mostly everybody from. Oh, I met most of the people from Pee-wee. I met Pee-wee, Miss Yvonne. I have to meet Cowboy Curtis at some point.
It's like, what, you didn't meet Amazing Larry?
Well, I don't know if that many people, know him enough to meet him.
Yeah, but he's still an amazing guy.
Yeah.
And here's some.
And
It's
here's
funny.
the
Actually, we
7-Eleven.
made the 7-Eleven look brighter and more playful than it is. Like I said, I think here you enhanced the color a little, didn't you?
No, I didn't. That's how good this camera looks.
I keep forgetting. I swear, like we used to use like a regular camera, but this is before HD, and you used to enhance.
And we're watching the DVD that's in good
Oh right,
quality,
okay. So then that's why the colors look brighter.
And again, here's this guy who was in Lust for Blood. Was that the one he was in?
And he was also in like the first one he was in was Can't Beat the Heat. Yeah, he's actually like a friend of ours.
We see him every time we go. We usually go to sneak this food and then go to the movies.
It's like the food in the movies. First of all, most of it's not that good, and secondly, it's a rip-off
Today we
price.
were just at the movies and we snuck bagels, egg salad bagels, which I don't think anyone ever eats.
Yeah, but regular bagels, egg salad bagels, and a whole bunch of pickles.
I found like mostly people that will eat pickles are considered weird, but
I don't get it. People used to love eating them. Everyone admits to it. It's like pickles now. It's like, what's the big deal? It's like it's a pickle. It's like what? It's just what's the big deal about
that
eating
guy
a
in the
pickle?
mirror. You could sort of see him. He was peeking at us, like, "What are you doing?"
It's like leave us alone. Shut up. We're busy.
Well, that was the commentary for
And
this.
we might do another one from Idiot Zone one day too.
Hopefully.